Hey guys, what's up? Long time no see. So Manny Pacquiao thinks he won the fight against Floyd Mayweather. We've heard him say it after the fight, saying, I thought I won the fight because he didn't really do much, and I heard him a couple times. In the post-fight interview, he said he won the fight. And Max Kellerman didn't even think Manny Pacquiao thought he won the fight. And a lot of people, Max Kellerman, the cast of Showtime and HBO, thought Floyd Mayweather easily won. The commentating was very biased. Even when Floyd Mayweather wasn't doing anything, they were praising him when he was just running. When he would land every single punch Mayweather landed, they would acknowledge it. But when Manny Pacquiao would land when he would land a very good right hook, there was one right hook when Mayweather walked right into it, and that hurt Mayweather one of those times. Manny Pacquiao's popping straight left, right, straight left. Just little sneaky, quick moves Pacquiao was making. They never even said anything. Because this fight, really, I watched it 3 times now. The first time I watched it, I thought Mayweather clearly won. And the reason why is because we bought in. When you're watching the fight live, it's a little bit different than, because you're not really focusing as much on everything that's going on. You're not really focusing on that because there's so much energy involved, watching it for the first time, and so much emotions. It's just like when you're in a fight, you don't remember everything you did, kind of, because you're in the moment and you're not remembering it because it's such a moment that you're in, the adrenaline stuff. But when you get time to sit back and watch it a second or a third time, you get to really focus on what's actually going on. So I watched it the second time, and I'm like, wow, I was shocked. I'm like, I thought Floyd clearly won. And I was waiting, each round that passed by, I was waiting, okay, this is when Floyd starts controlling. This is when, and it never happened. And I was just wondering, because the first time I watched the fight, I thought Mayweather controlled the fight. But the thing is, I bought into the commentary. The commentary does persuade a lot of people. And it persuaded me. And the CompuBox persuades a lot of people, saying that Mayweather landed 80 more shots, that he threw more. And apparently he did throw more. But Manny Pacquiao's accuracy, apparently Manny Pacquiao landed a horrible accuracy according to CompuBox. He landed, 9% of his jabs or something. And his total accuracy was horrible. But when you actually watch it, you can't go by CompuBox because it's so wrong in this fight. And like I said, it's a guy pushing a button, and you can't go by that because Pacquiao throws punches so quickly. How can a guy press buttons? That's just, and they're so quick. Sometimes for this fight, you gotta really watch so closely to see what's landing, because this fight was a close fight, and I found that out when I watched the second time. Then I watched it a third time with 2 other people, guys who've been watching boxing since 80s, 90s, my uncles, and they, like me, one of them thought Mayweather clearly won, just like that he dominated. That's what I thought the first time. But then we watched it, when I watched him with it the third time with him, he found out that it wasn't the case. So really, what I came to the conclusion is just the commentary was so biased. And like I said, when you're in the moment watching it for the first time, you're buying it because you're not focusing on every little thing, because you can't, because you're so adrenaline and pumped up to see. You're caught in the moment and you're not really scoring round by round, or you're not really focusing on what's actually going on. So you're buying into the commentary and you buy into the CompuBox, but the CompuBox was so wrong. Mayweather's accuracy was worse than Manny Pacquiao's accuracy. And this has been done by Boxing Media Channel. Watched the fight in slow-mo, watched it in real time, watched it in frame by frame. Found out that Manny Pacquiao threw less, like CompuBox said, but he landed more. CompuBox didn't say that. Manny Pacquiao landed 30 more punches. And I don't even, I'm not even going by that. When you look at the accuracy, Floyd Mayweather's accuracy wasn't that good. He was jabbing, but Manny Pacquiao was blocking all those jabs. Manny Pacquiao's defense was underrated. His defense was excellent. And Mayweather's accuracy wasn't so good in this fight. He was throwing, but he wasn't landing that many shots. And Manny Pacquiao, when Manny Pacquiao threw, he landed more. His accuracy was better. When he threw, it counted more. Manny Pacquiao threw less and landed more. So, essentially, Manny Pacquiao beat Floyd Mayweather at his own game. He outboxed him. He outpointed him. He threw less and landed more. He beat Mayweather at his own game. Because we all thought Manny Pacquiao needed to throw a tremendous amount of punches to win. No, he didn't. Because he threw less. And that's probably why, because Mayweather runs a lot. That's probably the biggest reason why he threw less. And his shoulder was bugging him. But when a guy's moving that much, it's hard to throw a lot of punches, like Manny Pacquiao said. And so, this is my first time I watched it live. I thought Manny Pacquiao, I gave him only 3-4 rounds at most. Because I was buying into the bullshit commentary, and everyone was paid off or something. It was biased. Anyway, and I didn't like how can when they were announcing the scorecards and the winner, the camera was just focusing on Mayweather the whole time. Like, the camera crew already knew the decision. So that was kind of messed up. Why weren't they focusing on both? So it's like everyone already knew. Like, the camera was focused on him when they started reading the scorecards. They weren't even moving to Manny. So I don't know. A lot of sketchy things. Like, then again, this was a close fight, and I could see that it is hard to score because both of these, you got two of the highest skilled boxers in the world. Technically, in my opinion, this was a good fight. I don't know why people say it was a boring fight. Like, I understand, the first time I watched it, but when you actually watch it and focus on what's going on, this technically, the skill technical wise, this was a good fight. The skill involved and like the technical skill that was involved, it was a good fight. So, like, the technical side of boxing and the science of boxing was put on display at a high level. This was a good display of the science, the sweet science. But if you look at it like, was it an exciting fight? No. Was it a high action fight? No. But technically, in the science of, like, the sweet science, this was a good fight. The stuff that was going on, the moves that Mayweather and Pacquiao were both making, such high skill. That's what we got. And you can't appreciate that. You got to watch it very closely. The subtle movements, the subtle punches. You have to watch this fight so closely to see what's landing and what's not, because both these guys got such good speed, and the punches come so fast out of these. Like, you got to really focus to see what's landing, because like, it's just both fighters throw sneaky punches, especially Manny Pacquiao. The sneaky punches he was throwing, when he punt, like, it was just, you have to watch very closely. And so the second time I watched the fight, the first time I watched the fight, I had Mayweather winning. Dominant victory, controlled the fight. And because I bought into the commentary and the punch stats. And I was just shocked. I was actually, the first time I watched it, I was shocked when I seen the CompuBox stats, to be honest. I was already shooken by the decision. I was like, because I was already disappointed by the decision. But when I seen the CompuBox, even though I thought Mayweather dominated, I kind of looked, I'm like, wow, Manny Pacquiao did that bad? But like, these numbers don't seem right. That Manny Pacquiao only landed 80 shots and Mayweather landed double. It didn't seem right even the first time. But I thought Manny Pacquiao only won 3 or 4 rounds. Second time I watched it, I was like, whoa, Manny's doing good. He won that. I was actually scoring the rounds, round by round. I wasn't writing it down, but I was scoring them. And I was, so I was like, round 1, that's Mayweather's round. Round 2, Pacquiao's round. Round 3, Pacquiao's round. Round 4, Pacquiao's round. Round 5, Mayweather's round. So I was scoring it, and then I was just like, okay, so Manny Pacquiao's ahead. And then after halfway through the fight, I'm like, okay, so this is when Mayweather starts taking over, I guess. Because, like I said, I thought he controlled and dominated the fight the first time I watched, but that wasn't the case. As the rounds went by, round 10, round 11, I was like, whoa, Manny Pacquiao's still ahead. And then I had Manny, I'm like, wow, Manny won this fight. So I watched it the third time with other people to clarify, and this time I would write down the rounds I scored. And I wrote them down right here. I don't know if you can see it. But anyway, so this, when a third time I watched it, I watched it with two other people who know boxing, especially one of the other people really knows boxing. The other one knew boxing, but not as well, maybe. But still, all three of us had Pacquiao winning. But, like the guy, one of my uncles said it could have went either way, but it was very close. And it could have went either way, but a draw probably would have been the best decision, is what he said. For me, I had Pacquiao winning by 2 points. Just like Manny Pacquiao said. He reviewed the fight and he still said, till this day, I won that fight, I won by 2 points, and I agree with that. So this is my scorecard. I'm not going to say it won whatever. I'm not going to go like 118, 110, like that bullshit that happened. How do you have Mayweather that much ahead? I don't know. But I'm just going to say, like this, he won this many rounds to this many rounds. I'm not going to say the actual big score. So, round 1, Mayweather clearly won that round. Round 1, he was way more active. Round 2. So, round 2, it was Pacquiao's round, in my opinion. But that was a close round. That was a close round. Round 3, I had Pacquiao winning that one. Round 4, Pacquiao clearly won that one. Round 5, Mayweather's best round of the fight so far. And possibly the best round of the whole fight, round 5 for Mayweather. Round 6, Pacquiao's round. Round 7, Pacquiao's round. Round 8, I had it a draw. It was a close round, so I made it a draw. Round 9, Mayweather's round. Round 10, I had it a draw. Though my uncles thought that was Pacquiao's round, it wasn't. You could, if you had to pick who won that round, I would pick Pacquiao, but it was very close. So round 10, I had a draw. Round 11, another good round for Mayweather. I think it was round 9 or round 11. It was one of Mayweather's best rounds, along with round 5 for Mayweather. Round 12, Pacquiao's round. And then again, like I said, round 12, I was actually going to make it a draw that round until the last 30 seconds of that round, Mayweather ran and threw nothing. That gave the round and made me pick Pacquiao to win that round. But if Mayweather didn't run like that for the last 30 seconds of that round, of the 12th round, I would have made it a draw round. So this is what I have it. Mayweather won round 1. Pacquiao won round 2. Pacquiao won round 3. Pacquiao won round 4. Mayweather won round 5. Pacquiao won round 6. Pacquiao won round 7. Round 8 was a draw. Mayweather won round 9. Round 10 was a draw, but it was slightly edging to Pacquiao, but I made it a draw. I know some people would say Pacquiao won that round, but I gave it a draw. Round 11, Mayweather round, and round 12, a Pacquiao round. But like I said, round 12 was close, but then Mayweather started running at the end, so I gave it to Pacquiao. Round 2 was a close round 2, but I gave that to Pacquiao. But so my total score was Pacquiao won 6 rounds, Mayweather won 4 rounds, and then I had 2 draw rounds. So if I give those 2 draw rounds to Mayweather, it would make the fight 6 rounds to 6. But so the decision that should have been made should have been a draw, and I would have been okay with that. If Mayweather won by 1 or 2 rounds, I would have been pissed off, obviously. But then again, it wouldn't be outrageous, because it really is hard to score a fight like this when you got 2 superior boxers at the highest level going at it, and the things they're doing, you got to watch so closely. And when you only get to watch it in the moment and judge it right there, it is hard. It is so hard to judge a fight like this when there's not a decisive not a lot of decisive rounds because the high skill is not allowing anyone to really land a lot of punches on each other. But Mayweather threw more, landed less. Pacquiao threw less, landed more. Higher accuracy. And if the judges had a chance, if they weren't paid off or anything like that, if they had a chance to watch the fight again, I'm sure their scorecard would be different. It's really hard to judge a fight like this, but to have Mayweather up 118, 110 that's just ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. So anyway, I had Pacquiao winning six rounds. I had Mayweather clearly winning 4 rounds, and then I had 2 draw rounds. So 6-4 for Pacquiao, 2 draw rounds, and if you give those 2 draw rounds to Mayweather, it would make it 6-6 and a draw. So if Mayweather won by 1 or 2 points, I would be pissed, obviously, but it's not 118, 110. That's just ridiculous. Because I know how hard it is to score a fight like this when both guys are such at the high level. You got to watch so closely, and when you only get one chance to watch it right there and then. This is a hard fight for the judges to score when you got 2 guys like this. Because it's so technical. And there's no knockouts, no decisive, there's so many close rounds. So, anyway, so if it was a draw, I'd be okay with it. If Mayweather won by 1 or 2 points, it's not an outrageous, but I'd be pissed. But 1 or 2 points, I wouldn't be outraged. But the decision, I think, in my opinion, if I was a judge, I thought Pacquiao won this fight, and I thought he won by 2 points. I thought he won by 2 rounds. So if I was one of those judges, and my score is Pacquiao won by 2 points. He won by 2 rounds. But like I said, if you go give those 2 draw rounds to Mayweather, both the draw rounds, I would have it 6-6 and I'd have it a draw. So this fight should have been declared a draw. Like I said, if it was me a judge, I would have, no biasness, but I have Pacquiao winning by 2 points. But it was such a hard fight to score. I could understand if you had Mayweather by 1 point. I wouldn't be outraged. 2 points at the most. I'd be pissed, but I wouldn't agree with it, but I wouldn't be I wouldn't agree with it, but it wouldn't be, it's not outrageous like 118, 110. That's just bullshit. But anyway, a draw would have been the perfect decision. Even though I don't have it a draw, that would have been the perfect decision, in my opinion. But in my scorecard, my opinion, Pacquiao won by 2 points. But a draw would have been probably the better, would have been the even ground and the better, it would have been the perfect decision because it was such a hard fight to score. But like I say, if Pacquiao won by 2 points, that would have been the perfect for me, what I seen. But like I said, some people judge things a little bit differently. But anyway, I watched it with 3 different people. They all have different opinions on what to score. We all had Pacquiao winning. But we thought the fight was close, but we had Pacquiao winning. But like I said, it could have been a draw, my uncle said too. So anyway, so Pacquiao won the fight. And I can see why Pacquiao truly thought he won the fight. In the post-fight interview with Max Kellerman, when he was saying, I thought I won the fight, everyone was criticizing him. But now I really believe that because he did win the fight. I can understand why. Now I know why he said that. Because when I first saw it live, I'm like, really? I guess, yeah, he's a fighter. Fighters think they win the fight, right? But now that I know that, now he actually did win the fight. And when he said that, Mayweather didn't really do much. It's true. And, but like I said, it was still a close fight because both these guys were picking their shots and Mayweather was actually the one that was throwing more, but he wasn't landing more. Manny Pacquiao was actually picking his shots better than Mayweather was. Manny Pacquiao threw less, landed more. Mayweather threw more, landed less. CompuBox is wrong. You got to watch the fight for yourself and you got to really focus on the punches because they come so quick, such subtle movements and such quick punches like the jab, the straight left, the popping straight lead left, Mayweather's right hand. Everything you got to watch so closely because you got two the best boxers in the world. And technically, the sweet science of boxing, this was a good fight. But exciting-wise, was it a very active, exciting fight? Action-packed? No, it wasn't. In that sense, no, it wasn't a good fight in that sense. But for the sweet science of boxing and the technicality of these two highly skilled boxers, the best in the world, it was a good fight. So, anyway, like I said, I'll say it again. Mayweather won the first round. Pacquiao won the second round. Pacquiao won the third round. Pacquiao won the fourth round. Mayweather won the fifth round. Pacquiao won the sixth round. Pacquiao won the seventh round. 8th round was a draw. Mayweather won the 9th round. 10th round was a draw. Mayweather won the 11th round. Pacquiao won the 12th round. So I have Pacquiao winning 6 rounds. I have Mayweather winning 4 rounds and 2 draw rounds. So I have Pacquiao winning by 2 points. In round 2, I could see if you picked maybe Mayweather to win that fight. That one round was really close. That could have been a draw round. Round 10, I could see you picking Pacquiao to win that round. I put down as a draw round. And round 12, I could see that being a draw round too. But the fact that Mayweather ran, that's why, for the last 30 seconds, that's why I picked Pacquiao to win that round. But it all equals out for me. My scorecard, 6-4 rounds for Pacquiao, 2 draw rounds. Pacquiao wins by 2 points. He picked his punches better. He landed more, and he threw less. So he beat Mayweather at his own game. Essentially, he was the better boxer that night. It's all about making punches that count, not just throwing. And Mayweather was hitting a lot of air, and he was hitting a lot of Pacquiao's gloves. So, and when Pacquiao threw, he was landing. So, anyway, got Pacquiao winning by 2 points. It was a close fight, and hopefully there is a rematch because this fight definitely deserves a rematch. And all of us now agree. The first time we watched it, we didn't think so. Now we want that rematch, and I know a lot of people agree with me. I know a lot of people that watched this fight a second time and actually focused on what was going on. No, they know it was close. And let me know your opinions. What did you have to score when you watched it the second or third time, when you actually focused? Because let me know. I guarantee it probably differed from when you watched it the first time. Because the second time, now you know the commenting's biased. So even though I did watch the fight with the commentating, I didn't care what they were saying. I just watched the fight closely, so extremely close. Because this fight, you have to watch it so closely. The punches come so fast, and they're technically, both guys are so good. You have to really focus to see what's landing and what's not, and what's actually going on. And so, oh yeah, and I'm not the only one who thought Pacquiao won. Shane Mosley thought it was a close fight. Said that Pacquiao could have won that fight. Evander Holyfield thought Pacquiao won the fight. Vasily Lomachenko thought Manny Pacquiao won the fight. Now I can actually see why they actually thought Pacquiao won the fight. So I'm not the only one. There's other boxing channels that talk about this, and they thought Pacquiao won the fight. The CompuBox was all bullshit. Well, CompuBox, even before this fight, we know you can't. I've said it before in other videos before this fight. You cannot rely on CompuBox to judge a fight. You have to watch it for yourself and focus on what is actually landing and what is not. You can't judge a fight by guys sitting ringside, one guy clicking for punches thrown by Pacquiao, one guy clicking for punches landed by Pacquiao, one guy clicking for Mayweather punches landed, one guy clicking for thrown punches by Mayweather. And when they're throwing punches so quick, and it's so quick, and they're landing, sometimes they'll click not landed even though it did. Sometimes you can't rely on that at all. And especially for this fight, CompuBox was so off. And to it was so off, and to realize that it was so off, you gotta watch it yourself. You gotta focus on what was actually going on, what was landing, what was being thrown. and then you'll know that it was wrong, CompuBox. And people have watched it in slow-mo, frame by frame. They found out CompuBox was wrong at all. But you actually don't even have to go that far to find CompuBox was wrong for this fight. The fact that you can watch it in real time, just really, you got to really focus and on what's actually going on, what's being thrown, what's being landed, and you'll find out that CompuBox is way wrong. You don't even need to go frame by frame or slow-mo or any of that. But you'll know that the CompuBox was outrageously wrong anyway. And a lot of biasness. We know Mayweather's hometown is MGM. We know 2 judges were Nevada judges. We know the HBO and Showtime cast crew were very biased. And we already know that. So, all I got to say, take all the commentating, take all the CompuBox, watch it for yourself, focus. You let me know your score. I have Pacquiao winning by 2 rounds, and this was a close fight. And it was technically, it was a good fight. Exciting wise, no, it wasn't a good fight. But anyway, thanks for watching, and let me know your scorecard and what did you think. And do you want a rematch? I think this fight definitely deserves a rematch.